November 11th, 2020 lesson. All right, so we're going to complete the ratio table using the following ratio comparison statement. All right, so we're going to complete this table and we're going to look at our ratio comparison statement. All right, so for every blank there are blank. For every 3 footballs there are 8 baseballs. So for every 3 footballs there are 8 baseballs. So, over in our table, we're going to just chart this and make some ratios, equivalent ratios. That's all we're going to do. So in my table, it says footballs. So for every 3 footballs, so that means footballs is going to go first, there are 8 baseballs. So I have footballs and baseballs. It says for every 3 footballs, so in our footballs here, I'm going to put a 3. There are 8 baseballs. So baseballs is down here, and I'm going to put 8 baseballs. So for every 3 footballs, there are 8 baseballs. Now, it gives us another equivalence ratio. So 6 here. How did I get from 3 to 6? So to get from 3 to 6, I multiplied, so this little rainbow arc here is going to tell us what did we do to get to 6. We multiplied by what? We multiplied by 2. So if you multiply the top by 2, you have to multiply the bottom by 2. So is 8 times 2 16? Yes, it is. So that's perfect for our first set of equivalent ratios in our table. Let's take a look at this empty space. So we don't even have one to compare it to. So we can kind of make up our own here. Since this one we multiplied by 2, let's just multiply by 3. So if we multiply by 3, 3 times 3 is going to be 9. And then 8, well, whatever you do to the top, remember you must do the bottom. So we're going to multiply by 3 on the bottom here. So 8 times 3 is 24. And that's going to be an equivalent ratio to 3/8 and a 6/16. So notice how this one we kept going 3, 6, 9. And the bottom we were 8, 16, 24. So whatever you do to this one to get to there, you must do the same thing on the bottom. All right, so let's take a look over here at this table. It says complete the ratio table using the following ratio comparison statement. For every 2 students, there's 1 teacher. So for every 2 students, there's 1 teacher. So 2 students, 1 teacher. So what we're going to do here, it says for every 2 students. So here's our 2. So students is first. So I'm going to put students here. So I'm going to label my table. So for every 2 students, there's 1 teacher. So teacher is going to go second, and that is on the bottom with that 1. So 2 students, here we go, is that 2 students, 1 teacher. Now, we have a missing piece here. So this missing puzzle piece here, we have to take a look. Okay, we do have a match down here. How do you get from 1 to 2? Well, I know I multiply by 2. 1 times 2 is 2. Whoop. I'm going to make these in front. What did I bring to front? All right, so I'm going to multiply this by 2. Now, if I multiply this by 2, I have to do the same thing to the top. So what is 2 times 2? I know that is 4. So that's it for that part. Let's take a look at the next one. So we have a 6 here, and then we have a blank here. So how do you get from 2 to 6? 2 times what is 6? Well, I know 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 3 is 6. What you do to the top, you must do to the bottom. So if I multiply that top by 3, let's look at the bottom by 3. So 1 times 3 is going to be 3. So that's it for our table there. So you can also see that we went up by 2s here. We went 2, 4, 6. And then down here at the bottom part, we went 1, 2, 3. Awesome job. That's it for the lesson part, and then we'll go on to the practice next.